Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nelly. If this is your first time seeing this beauty, where have you been? Like, you should be on this space. You should be subscribed to this space. I don't know why you're taking time. Why are you watching my videos and you're not subscribed? Like, am I not entertaining you enough? Please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button if you like what I'll be doing today, okay? I'll be so happy if you subscribe to my channel. So please make me happy by subscribing, please. Thank you. Okay, I know that you subscribed and I'm happy that you did. So let's continue with today's topic. So as you've seen from the title, in today's video we'll be doing the African DNA ancestry test. So I'm sure you're wondering, like, what is the African DNA ancestry test? Okay, so the African DNA ancestry test is a test that tells you how African you are. Okay, I'm just kidding. So the African DNA ancestry test is just a fun exercise that if you grew up in Africa or if you have African parents, you can relate to. So if you cannot relate to these things, it's fine. I mean, you get to know how some Africans act. And if you can relate to it, please tell me how many percent you can relate to it. Because yes, we'll be giving percentages. Yes, we'll be rating our Africanness in quotes. So please leave your figures in the comment section and let's laugh about it. And if there are other things that you think should make this African DNA ancestry test list and I didn't mention it, also leave it in the comment section. So if you want to know what this test is all about, then keep watching. So you remember the challenge on social media, which used to be like, put your finger down if something, and then you put your finger down if that, you put, and then when you're done with one hand, you move to the next hand. So that's what we'll be doing. So we're putting our fingers down to know how many percent we are. And well, 10% is one finger. So every finger is 10%. At the end of the day, you get 100%. So we'll know how many percent African we are. So if you're ready with your fingers, then let's start the video. So number 1, in your refrigerator, you have a container of ice cream, chocolate, margarine, or custard. And in that container, there is no margarine, there's no ice cream, there's no chocolate, there's no custard. Actually, what's in that container is boiled meat, soup, blended spices, and blended pepper. You, my dear, are an African. Yay! So most African homes, right, they always have that container in the refrigerator or in the freezer. Like you maybe go to your parents' house during vacation, then you see this container of ice cream and then you're like, oh yeah, it's so good to have an ice cream in this very hot weather. Like it will be so refreshing. And then you open the container and what do you see? Blended spices or blended pepper. Like, oh, it used to be so annoying. Number 2, so if you have a Danish cookies container in your house, in your grandparents' house, and really what is in that container is not cookies, is needle, thread, buttons, just sewing equipment or just sewing things, you, my dear, are equally an African. Because I don't know where that memo came from. I don't know who said that was a good thing to use as a sewing kit, but so many people use that container as their sewing kit. Like the moment the cookies was finished, they transferred all their sewing things from their needles to their threads to their pins to their buttons in that container and they use as sewing kits. Such that you go to a house, you see that and then you're like, oh wow, they bought cookies, and then you open, needles welcome you. So yes, you're an African. Number 3, you call things by their brand names. For example, pen is Bic, bulldozer is Caterpillar, seasoning cubes is Maggi, noodles is Indomie, refrigerator is Frigidaire, detergent is Omo. You, my dear, you're an African. So how many fingers do we have now? 3. Who has 3 fingers down already? Tell me. I already in fact, all my fingers are down as a matter of fact because all these things I'm going to say today relate to me. So for now, 3 fingers are down. Number 4, when you're eating, you eat the meat or the fish last. Yes, you are also an African. I don't know where the meeting was held. I don't know where it was thought that you should eat your meat or your fish last. But then we just find ourselves doing it. Like when you're eating, you avoid the one that has the meat. Like you push the meat to the side and then you're eating your food and going. And then the last thing that gets into your mouth is the meat or the fish or the chicken. I don't know. But if you can relate to that, link it in the comment section below. Let's laugh about it together. Number 5, you go to a new country. Instead of you to get acquainted to the lifestyle, to eat their food, to just enjoy the new life and immerse yourself in the culture, no, you're looking for where to buy crayfish, you're looking for where to buy fufu, where to buy semo, where to buy gari, where to buy stockfish, where to buy egusi. You, my dear, an African, because seriously, I don't understand how you find yourself in a new place and you don't even want to just understand how the place works. You don't want to eat their food, you don't want to assimilate their culture, but you're still stuck in doing things the way you have been doing it. You're still stuck in eating your food, even though you hear that it's going to be so difficult for you to get those things that you're looking for in that place. You, my dear, are an African. Number 6, each time you're traveling, you always carry overload.
So, do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get in Igbo. Get out of here for real. I'm saying get out of here for real. I'm saying.
So, you buy your air ticket. The airline says they only accept 2 pieces of 23 kilograms each, or they only accept 1 piece of 8 kilograms. You read the instructions. You know how the baggage policy of that airline is. You even know how strict they are. But no, something within you tells you that even though you have more weight, they are still going to let you pass. So you take it upon yourself, you carry your things, and then you go to the airport, and when you get there, they say, sorry ma'am, sorry sir, but this is more than the required, how do they say it? They're like, sorry ma'am, sorry sir, this is more than what is required for the airline. And then you're like, oh really? Then you go to the site and start unpacking, start removing things, giving things for them to send back home. You, my dear, an African. Come to think of it, have you ever gone to the airport and seen any other group of people rearranging their bags at the airport? No, because almost everyone knows that this is how the airlines work and they are very strict with their baggage policy. But only Africans take that risk of having more things and taking it to the airport with the intention that they are going to travel with it, and they know in their heart of hearts okay, we know in our heart of hearts that this bag is more, but then we are confident that if we take this thing to the airport, it's going to pass through. And of course, you know the result, it doesn't pass through, and it ends up just being like so troublesome, because you're there, you go to the front, and then they say no, you come back, you have to unpack, you have to repack, you have to send things home, and then you join the queue again. This time you would have used it to do something else, but no, we use it to unpack and pack at the airport. So yes, if you're one of those who always have overload when they are traveling, who always takes more things than they are required to take, and who gets to the airport and they are rearranging bags, they are unpacking, they are sending things home, you, my dear, are also an African. The next one, when you go to a hotel, you want to carry everything that can get into your bag. You want to carry shampoos, you want to carry body lotions, you want to carry conditioners, you want to carry toothbrush, toothpaste. You, my dear, an African. Because in your mind, you think that you have spent money for this hotel room. So if you leave these things, it's like you're wasting your money. So taking those things from the hotel makes you feel like, yes, you're enjoying your money. Yes, congratulations. You've taken those things, and that has just made you an African. I mean, you've stayed in the hotel for the days you're required to stay. What happened to just using the things that you were provided and leaving without carrying anything? No. Your conscience will not let you be free, knowing that you saw all these things lying down and you were supposed to use these things for your stay. So when you're going, what do? You carry all the things that you have not used and take them home. And most times even, you don't even need them at home, but it just gives you a sense of confidence and a sense of fulfillment that at least you have not cheated yourself by leaving those things there. You are also an African. You're also an African. Or let's say, for example, you go to a buffet and then you have a display of food, a wide array of food for you. You have to take, you can take whatever thing you want to take. You can go as many times as you can. You just have to stick to the time frame that you're supposed to be there. and because you see lots of food, you carry and you're keeping to take home. You're an African, no? Because there's no point carrying food home. It's not as if you don't have food home, or it's not as if you cannot afford the food that you're eating there. But just because you feel like there's so much food and I might need to eat this later, you decide to stock some to go and eat home. Which sometimes even it might even remain in your refrigerator for days without you even eating it. But then your mind will not be at peace if you see food and don't carry. You're also an African. If you are given an appointment for a particular time, you set your own time to be after that time. For example, if someone tells you to meet them at 6 o'clock, the earliest you can be there is 6:30, or if you even try 6:15. If you are invited for a wedding to come at 12 o'clock, they've just told you to come at 2. If your friend asks you to come to their house at 3, you're going to be there at 4 because you believe that way. People understand that there's something called African time, which is to stretch the time from the initial time that you were given to the new one that you think is convenient for you. You are also an African. And this applies also to parties. If you are invited for a party, you never go on time because why? You believe that if you go on time, it means that you have langa or you have long throat, or how do you say it? It means that you don't just have food in your house, you're hungry. That's why you're respecting the event. So when you're invited for a party, you come hours late so that it should be as though you have important things to do, and you have other things that it should be as though you have important things to do, and you are not just a hungry person who doesn't have food in their houses. So that's why you had to do your important things first and then come. Which sometimes even you did not even have anything to do, you're just sitting and looking at the time and waiting for that time to reach. You are also an African. So the last one, you have a Sunday dress. So Sunday dress is a dress that you wear on Sunday to church, or you wear during special occasions. This dress is selected on Saturday evening. So Saturday evening you select this dress and then you iron the dress. You keep the dress nicely and neatly so that you can just fit into it on Sunday morning. On Sunday morning when you go to church, you wear this dress, and you come back, you take off this dress, you go back to your house dress. Or for some people, they just wear their Sunday dress for the rest of the day because, of course, it's Sunday. Sunday is a special day. But then you have to be careful not to soil this dress, because this dress is your dress you wear only on occasions or on Sundays. You're an African. Also, if you have Sunday food, let's say, for example, in your house, if you eat rice and stew with chicken on Sundays, or you eat special traditional meals that you only eat during Christmas Day or New Year Day, you are equally an African. We've come to the end of this video. So what did you think about all the things I said? Are there some things that you thought I was going to mention in this African DNA ancestry test that I didn't mention? Leave it in the comment section. And by the way, how many fingers do we have down? Are there some people who have 5? Let's see in the comment section. Are there some people who have 10 down? Or are there some people who cannot relate to any of the things that I said? Also leave it in the comment section. So thank you so much for staying tuned with me until the end of this video. See you in the next one. Goodbye.